up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be working on Tristan's car again, and we're going to be installing an oil cooler on it because his car came without an oil cooler. So we got this Aftermarket. I believe we got it from PSP. I don't know what the fuck that website is. I'll throw a link down in the description. But got this as well as the housing and some AN lines. So I'm going to be installing this on his car. We're going to start with taking the bumper off, mounting up the cooler, make sure that fits good, route the lines kind of, and then I'll start taking the housing off and doing all that stuff. So this video is going to be directed towards you guys who don't have an oil cooler. I believe this non-sport package cars came without oil coolers. So yeah, we're going to get started. We're going to start taking stuff apart and yeah. Alright, so I got the bumper off. Now I'm going to take this thingy off so that we can see what's going on back here. So you have to actually take this little bracket off in order to get this piece off. Now that we can see this little box right here, we have to cut pretty much this whole box out, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay. Now that should clear some room for this here bracket, which goes in here somewhere.
Why the heck?
Cool. I think that might be enough cutting. Just gonna clean up these cuts real quick, burrs on them, and it'll be good. Okay. So that's kind of what it's gonna look like. The bracket's not mounted up. I'm gonna throw some self-tappers into the sides right there, and then I'm gonna mock up the brackets that go on top right now. So these little brackets should go from the top to about right here. We have to drill some holes for them, but that's basically where they'll go, right there. Instead of self-tappers, I got some leftover, these are the screws that hold the under panels on. I had a bunch left over when I did the M3 bumper on this, so I'm just going to use these. Bit of a bitch to get in. Okay, that's 2 screws in, so that's pretty much mounted. I'll put the other 2 in a minute after I mock everything else up. But so far so good. It looks pretty mint. Let's get the brackets. That's pretty much where that has to be. Or you can take these. So that's where those are going to go. I'll get a drill and drill out these 2 holes for my fucking motorcycles. Got my drill bit right here. Carefully. That went right in. Holy shit. Okay. Some more. All right. Sick. These 2 nuts and bolts came with the kit. looking good. I'm gonna tighten these 2 top bolts, tighten the 2 bottom, put a couple more screws in the sides, and that'll be done. Okay, the radiator's all in and tight. So right now I'm gonna mock up the lines. So here's one of them. Actually, I'm gonna feed it through here first. Looks like it just goes around and up inside the engine bay. Okay. Alright, let's tighten those up. Alright, those are all tight. Pretty much they just route around through here and then come out over here, go up, and they'll be right there. Perfect, not bad. So now that that's done, we can move on to replacing the housing right here. So I'm gonna get rid of this, get that out of the way, and hopefully coolant doesn't come out of this because that would suck, because I don't feel like draining the coolant. But so I just realized that you have to take the freaking intake completely off to get 1 bolt on this housing. So that just made this job take way longer than I was hoping. So yeah, that sucks. And you guys have seen me take an intake off this 1,000 times, so I'm not gonna record that. I was hoping you could just take the housing off, but that 1 bolt right in here is directly under the fucking intake. Okay, so the intake is off. Now I'm draining the oil. I'm gonna take the oil filter out and try to suck as much oil out of here as possible, because when you take this off it will spill down the back and it's annoying. And I don't have any paper towels. So. Okay, oil filter off. So here we have the oil cooler housing. As you can see, it has the provision for the oil cooler right there. So I also got this. We also got this plate right here. This is it's got the AN fittings on it, so that should connect right up to here, just like that. And yeah, I'm gonna put this on with the new gasket, put a new gasket in here as well, and we'll be able to take the old one off, throw this one on, and connect the lines up. Brand new gasket. Bam. Goes in there just like that. And the plate goes on top. So lastly, we're going to torque these to about 18 foot-pounds. It's like 24 Newton meters, which is like 17.7 foot-pounds. Cool. Now that is all set, and we're all good to take the old one off the car. Alright, we're going to take off the housing now. It's going to be an E10. There, we'll go here. There's one down here that I have to give it a wrench. I'm actually able to get this bottom one with a 5/16 wrench. Ugh, shit. Blue Angels practicing for the air show this weekend. Man, I'm working. Sucks. Alright, that's about as loose as I can get it. I need to take this hose off too, which I forgot to do. Praying that stuff doesn't come out. Or too much at least. Here we go. Oh god, it's gonna leak. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's gonna piss. Oh shit. Alright. What do I do about this? Yep. Okay. Whoop. Oh yeah. A bunch of coolant came out of there. Okay. Housing is out. Alright, so I just cleaned up the surface. And now I'm gonna place the new housing on with the new gasket. New gasket's on there. So it's as simple as just fucking placing it on. Okay, I got all this stuff put back together, filling it with oil, and I unplugged all the coils so that you can prime the oil system because it's got to fill up all of that with oil. So I just want to make sure it gets filled up nice, it doesn't starve. Yeah, once that's filled, we'll start it up. Got a freaking BP oil spill over here from when I was draining it because I fucking missed the pan by like an inch and just decided to flood my entire garage, which is sick. Love it. Okay, she's full of oil. Now it's time to prime it. Here we go. One more time for good luck. Okay, now we can plug the coils back in and start it up. Here we go. Start it up. So as you just saw, it starts and it's not leaking. So I'm gonna put the rest of it together and take it for a drive, make sure everything's good, and see how long it takes the oil to get up to temp. Because before it would be pretty quick, but it should take a while, long while with that massive radiator. So let's see. The car's running. Got a stopwatch going. See how long the oil takes to heat up. Jeez. What a mess. So we're at 10 minutes. I let it idle for 5 minutes and then drove it 5 minutes to Pet Boys, and we're still not at temp. So actually. We are at 10. Never mind. Alright, so about 11 minutes. 5 minutes idling, 5 minutes driving, 6 minutes driving. Not too bad. Well, there we go. I just drove it around for plenty of time, letting the oil heat up as high as it can get, and the oil temps are staying way lower than they were before. I think before the oil cooler, he was getting up to like 245 on just regular driving, so that's like super high. But I hope this was a good guide to help you guys. If anybody wants to put in an oil cooler into their car, you don't have to use this kit. You can use, there's other kits out there, ones that are for stock location. I wouldn't recommend the stock location though, because it sucks, especially if you didn't have it in the first place. None of the mounting hardware or anything is there. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. I don't know if we have anything else to do with this car, but soon we'll have Christian's car done. It'll be sick. So peace out.
When I die, make sure you spread my blood on a BMW. And when I die, make sure you spread my blood on a BMW. Microphone attached to my head so I can